For Pi Day, we would like to share with you some fun equations that include pi.
Up here we have the first 144 digits of pi, and when you add up each digit, they equal 666. Equals 6 plus 6 times 6 plus 6. The first 144 digits of pi equal 666, and then when you divvy up 144, you can get the numbers to equal 6, 6, 6, and 6.
Facts about pi.
Pi has about 6.4 billion known digits, which would take a person roughly 133 years to recite without stopping.
If you take 10 million random digits, statistically on average you would expect 200 cases where you get 5 digits in a row the same. If you take 10 million digits of pi, you get exactly 200. The Greek letter pi is used since it is the first letter of the Greek word for perimeter. If a circle has a diameter of 1, then the perimeter will be pi. There is no zero digit in the first 31 digits of pi. Mr. Slyusarchik is a Ukrainian neurosurgeon nicknamed Dr. Pi. He is the most recent pi memory champion. In June of 2009, he claimed to have set a new record by memorizing the first 30 million places of pi, which were printed in 20 volumes of text. He did not actually recite all 30 million digits because this would take 347 days with no breaks. Instead, he recited randomly selected sequences. He successfully completed this test many times.
There are in a year is approximately equal to pi times 10 million. There are 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, and 365 days in a year. And if we multiply these, 60 times 60 times 24 times 365, we get 31,536,000. And that approximately is pi times 10 million.
If a billion decimals of pi were printed in ordinary type, they would stretch from New York City to the middle of Kansas.
I prefer pi is a pi palindrome. If you spell it backwards, it still spells I prefer pi. Since there are 360 degrees in a circle, pi is intimately connected with the circle. Mathematicians were delighted to discover that the number 360 is at the 359th digit of pi.
At position 763 in pi, there are 6 nines in a row. This is known as the Feynman point.
And finally, tips to remember the most digits of pi. A fun way to memorize the first few digits is to use sentence mnemonics for pi, phrases in which the number of letters of each successive word corresponds to a digit of pi. For example, wow, I made a great discovery corresponds to 3.14159. Wow has 3 letters, which represents 3, and I has 1 letter, and so on. If you divide the circumference of the sun by its diameter, what will you have? Pie in the sky.